I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah. Well, I love you madly, dear, and I need you badly, dear. Why did you leave me here without your love?
Oh, bro, I'm hurting.
In bed each night I lie, and I think of you and cry, and I tell you all above, bring back my love.
But you admit it. My hair looks good. Fresh fade. Damn, here it comes.
You going to Supercuts?
Damn, that's like the best roast ever. Like if someone's like, yeah, like Supercuts did an all right job.
Oh, dude, I got a Supercuts joke that did pretty well last night.
Talk to your boy. I heard you killed, or like people said you did really well.
Really?
I
think they just felt bad.
I used the word killed, but comics said you did well, so I believe it.
Dude, I drove by a place on the way. You go there, it's hair. What is it called?
Skin and nails.
Nah, dude.
Like a vitamin.
It was like it was a pun.
Like hair today.
Yeah, something like that.
Fuck
You go to a salon though?
No, I go to a barber, like a boy.
Oh, really?
Like a boy.
I mean, I'm thinking about going into a salon and just being like, you guys cut dude's hair.
It's the worst move you can make.
Nah, dude, because there's chicks in there already.
You know where else there's chicks? Like a coffee shop, and you don't have to now look stupid for a month and a half, letting your hair grow back out.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing: is that if you're at a salon, and this is what I worked in a barber shop. You know this. A little background.
Yeah.
Alan was a barber. They're doing cuts that you want all day.
Yeah.
Salon, they learned how to do those cuts, but that was like a piece of their like giant book of chapters of also coloring and perms and cuts and all that shit. Where the dudes are like, yeah, fade, temp, line up, boom, keep it moving. They learn how to fucking do designs, all that.
Yeah, if you go to a barber though, dude, like even if you're like, yo, can you just like...
Oh, they might not be white. That's what you're gonna...
Yeah. Like if you go to a Dominican barber shop... What was that?
My personality.
Dude, if you go to a Dominican barber shop, like, dude, I don't even get my hair cut in New York City because like, they'll shave everything off.
You'll look different. But you got...
They'll put lines in my head, bro.
Here's a part of that. I got to tell you, a giant cup of shut the fuck up. I know that's... I'm not trying to be funny. This is just a good, nice mug. But anyway, here's the deal. Mm-hmm. You got to know how to ask for a haircut. And I'm not saying it's like... It's simple, but it's not easy. Meaning like our friend Ben Smith was literally in another city. He's like, Alan, how do I tell him to cut my hair so it looks like how you did? Yeah. And I like gave like literal directions, and he like showed the barber. Because the barber was like, all right. Like knowing like, you're not going to... And I was like... Low 2 fade, skin taper the back. Don't go too high in the back of my big ass head. Keep the sideburns wide, but short as far as length. That right there is specific enough that any barber watch this is like, I know the cut.
Yeah.
Where if you were like, I just want like some off, like, you know, like I know, just you know, like shorter, and then like long, they'll just be like, I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's definitely gonna be like a fade, and I want to fucking line them up.
You're right, dude. I gotta be more specific. I tell them like I want a little bit off, and they're like, how much, dude?
Yeah, that's
and then
crazy.
I just pull my pants down.
You're like that much.
Reference, yeah.
2 finger lengths, 3 finger lengths.
Nah, dude, probably like that.
Yeah,
Half of that.
You're a grower though. What if it's hard? Now your fucking haircut's all.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get a buzz cut.
Getting hard at the Supercuts, dude.
See, back to the women. There are gonna be. Not only are there going to be women working at Supercuts.
You ever been to Supercuts though?
Not only have I been. Yeah.
You talked to some chicks from there?
I'll tell you this.
Dude.
If you're working at Supercuts, that is like, that's when someone's like, yeah, I'm going to law school. And you're like, which one? And they name the most obscure.
Yeah.
Because like whoever, you just go where they take you.
Yep.
Supercuts is like the shittiest law firm in America that your lawyer buddy just got out, and you're like, you got to do law, and they're like, oh, you're gonna practice for that. So like, if you're at Supercuts, that's a stepping stone because you're going somewhere else, or like that's your quality of fucking.
Supercuts is like the Phoenix University of school, dude.
Who has a basketball team? Supercuts doesn't.
For real?
I know a kid I work at. No, yes, yes, but it also exists in Phoenix.
Really?
And it's a like legitimate junior college. It's like nice looking, and then they also do the online, kind of like Southern New Hampshire, because that you can go online classes, but then we know SNU because we happen to live close. But
SNU's not that bad, dog.
no, like as a school, it's cool. Yeah. I know some people that.
Snoo's not bad. DeVry is like, I think DeVry.
DeVry, that's like the educate. It's like,
Yeah.
come get an education.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. y'all want to learn something? Pick from the hat. Nurses? Yeah, fuck it. We'll teach you some shit. Like it's all like it's a lot of like certifications.
Yeah, and if you go to DeVry, dude, you're not telling anyone. Whereas if
You
you're
in school right now? Mm-mm. Nope. You doing anything with you? Nope.
If you're working at Supercuts, though, they're like vegans over there, dude. They're like, yeah, I'm working all week. Come visit.
Tough.
I was gonna say though, dude, if you've met a chick from Supercuts, man, I've had my, I've only had one experience with a woman there. The one on, this was back in the day. This was on Mendon Road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mendon Road.
Yeah. By the way, we're filming in Alan's place right now in Rhode Island, just so you guys know. He was kind enough to have me over. Always hospitable, dude. Always letting me sleep on your couch, dude. And, you know,
One of the greats.
appreciate you for having me, dude. So,
Love having you.
yeah.
Thanks,
But,
man. So yeah, we're in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
where John and I grew up.
Yeah.
Continue.
Day one, dude.
Mendon Road. It's one of those roads. It's got everything.
Shout out Rhode Island, dude.
Name it. It's got it.
But, dude, there was the one, the Supercuts on Mendon Road. There was this blonde chick. I go in late at night, dude, just before they're about to close.
They always, hey, they love that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm about to check. Oh, another half hour. Perfect. Come on in. I'll do a good job.
Dude, this chick came out of the back room. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was eating a banana," and I was like, "Oh shit."
She planted that seed.
Yeah, she was getting ready, and dude, super hot, man, smoke show. And she was cutting my hair and stuff, and she was asking me a bunch of questions, and I was just like mumbling stuff back, you know. I was like, yeah, you know, just hanging out.
So just like right on par. So just being you.
Dude,
Yeah.
and then she like kind of started talking shit. She was like, "Oh, well, maybe you should find like something you're passionate about."
She's literally counseling you like, do you even need this haircut? Because you don't really seem like you got shit going on.
Yeah, and then I started to get a little upset, dude, because I had a show. I was getting the haircut before a show.
So you didn't talk that like, hey, I'm a comedian.
Well,
I'll do
she
it.
got me upset. That's
Okay.
why I was like, well, actually, you know, I'm like, I got a show later. And
Said,
she was
did
like,
you say suck on that?
yeah, a little bit.
But what'd you say? You said I got a show.
And then, dude, she blew up, man. Like, she was
Flipped around the
immediately
reaction.
emotionally invested in me, dude. Started talking about comedy and stuff, like her favorite comics and stuff. And, dude, I thought I was in love, bro.
She was dropping
so,
heat.
bro, first time I got my cut there, I left. I was like, hey, thank you so much, whatever. Nice to meet you. I waited a few months next
I was
time.
gonna say, but
Yeah,
did
I
your
should have
cell phone
asked. I
that's
should have
like,
asked.
hey,
her
well,
out.
I'll use you next time. That's
Dude,
you.
but I waited it out. You know, love takes time, dude.
And
So-
also, you're not gonna get a haircut every. What is he gonna go every month? What is he crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, every 3
I think
months.
it might have been like a month and a half, 2 months later. It was a long time, man. Same time, I walk in, she's there. Remembers the name, dude.
John,
And
comedian John. Is that
yeah.
what you said?
yeah,
Go ahead. Sparks flying.
yeah, man. And then crushed it again. Absolutely crushed it, dude.
Did you come with some material? You know, you have I gotta have like 2 or 3 things. To
Oh
at
yeah,
least
I
mention.
had.
So you had some shit.
Dude, I had been prepping for 2 months for this moment.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in love, like, you know.
Working it out at Mike's.
So I just wanted to tease her a little bit, you know, let her know she's got to wait.
That's the move. it's always working for you.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
But
all you do is plant seeds. You never pull the plant out, but there's just plants all across America from Johnny Apple
telling you, dude.
Apple Sykes. Just
I'm telling you, man.
so, how did it go? How did it end?
It
That
was-
cut.
Dude, so she goes, here's my number, text me. You know, I basically asked her out, dude. Bro, this is when stuff starts to get really crazy, man. We start texting and like things, listen, man, mental illness isn't funny, right? It's a serious topic.
Strapping in
Yep.
because you know your boy
So
can
I would
talk all
say
day
like,
about that.
hey, she'd say, hey. We would get into these conversations, and then out of nowhere, dude, she'd have like a manic episode. But at the time, I wasn't familiar with this stuff. You know, I'm like, oh, this chick's
Yeah.
just emotional. You know, didn't know it was a mental illness. So yeah, she would just have these freakouts, and then she was like, maybe you should come over. So, dude, I
Why are you
immediately-
not having a child with her?
Dude, because I went to her place.
Oh, I'm so
right?
sorry.
Johnston, Rhode Island.
Right there. That's
Yeah,
strike
that
one.
that should
But I
have
like
been-
that.
I should have been like, no.
Salon, a woman cutting hair from Johnson. First of all, that's very like it's such like a. Oh, of course she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But dude, gives me the address in Johnson over by the landfill. So I already smell. It smells like shit when I'm pulling up.
Yeah, but that's getting you hard.
Yeah. Dude, no joke. I pull up to this house. She's outside with the door open, screaming at me to come inside. Like, I haven't even gotten out of the car, dude.
I like her.
Yeah. Oh, dude, she was so hot, though, so it was so confusing.
The best is I can just picture you in the truck, and your only reaction is probably like one raised eyebrow, like...
Just emotionless.
You just crank up your fucking... Whatever you're playing, your Jennifer Lopez or
This is
whatever.
when I had the truck. I had the flame truck, too.
And she was like, I like this. She's like, this is my guy. The flame trucks is such, in itself, is such a great just thing that you I forgot. Flames and just like no muffler. Like it sounds like you got work done to make it louder.
Yeah.
Like
Still can't believe I had that thing, dude.
that's crazy. Yeah. That was like
the
a
subwoofer system, too, in that, man.
Someone
I
owned
like-
it before you, right? Like a teen, yeah.
Dude, two 10-inch subwoofers in it, dude.
So unnecessary.
Yeah, because you're familiar with like the Kolick boys, right?
Yeah, my boys.
Oh, so when I was in high school, dude, Mr. Kolick obviously was like the correctional officer basically for the school.
Dude, the school resource. It's not called the school resource officer. The correctional officer. He's there to be like, yo, why are you fucking up? Why are you late? You're like, no, he needs to beat the shit out of these kids who aren't paying attention in algebra.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not.
What is his official title?
It's a SRO, school resource officer.
All right.
So basically, it's police presence, but
Yeah.
it's actually a way to indoctrinate the kids. First off, he's the best.
Yeah.
So
He can throw hands though if shit hits the fan.
So first of all, he used to be like a hippie. You know?
Oh, really?
Like mad, like
Yeah.
and he is mad, but like he gets it. So he's like one of the good ones, we want to call it, meaning like he's not trying to get you in trouble, but he's also trying to like help you. But he basically just wants to play one-on-one with the kids. Like he's like, I got a fucking crisis over here. Let me just bust Johnny's ass real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still the greatest basketball player I think that we've seen like face to face at a park. Let's say.
For sure, yeah. I remember when I was younger, dude, he would like at the boys club, he would just be like, yeah, $20, I hit 30 threes in a row. And he would do it. Like 30 of them.
So we'll do shooting contests. Because, like, at this point, he can't move, like, too much. But, like, he'll still play, like, one of my high school players one-on-one.
Yeah.
And beat them. But it's, like, just, like, standing still almost. You know, like, walking them down. But anyway, we'll do, like, shooting contests now. Just, like, and he's a better shooter than me. You know, I'm more pass first point guard, obviously. White chocolate. But Johnny knows, he'll tell you. He's no slouch on the boards himself. But we'll do, like, 25. Like 5, best 25.
Yeah.
He'll like have to leave the gym out of anger if he shoots like 23 out of 25. He'll be
Really?
like, "Fuck!"
Like
I fucking suck.
Like currently.
Yesterday,
How old is he?
in his 50s.
Yeah. He's still got
But he's that dude.
He's
Like,
got that dog in him, dude.
Like I'm not a great shooter, but like if he got my score, he'd kill himself.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that guy
Just
must
like-
be so like
Like I go
stressed.
17 from 25, he'd just be like, "Oh, like I'm useless. I'll kill myself."
He's got to be
Like,
so stress free though, dude. Like if you're that old and you're still shooting around, like you know how much stress that relieves?
I think that he is such a basketball junkie that is what
life.
relieves the stress.
Like,
Yeah,
ball
like that.
is life,
Literally,
yeah.
ball is
Ball
life.
is
He's a
life,
basketball
yeah.
junkie. Dude, I would be working out one of his kids, like just like literally like an hour workout.
We should say who he is too, because people listening probably don't know. Well, we
Actually,
should say
yeah.
who Tyler.
So
Kolk is,
so
right?
ready? We're talking about a gentleman who lives in town, or who lives in Johnstown, that is one of the all-time great basketball players from the area. Like if there was social media back then, he definitely would have gone like far. But like he's just a
Yeah.
kid from Rhode Island. But whatever, all-time like assists and points at what is now UMass Dartmouth, and he's got two sons who are like younger than you. I'm like the generation in between, so I'm cool with him, and I work out his sons, and I work out his sons. One, scholarship player at Franklin Pierce, Nasty. That's the homie, one of my day one dogs, and then the younger brother is Tyler Kolek. So Brandon was the older one. Tyler Kolek, Big East Player of the Year last year at Marquette. Fucking, you already know what it is. Come on, man, stop playing with me. But stop playing with him.
Yeah.
Stop playing with Kev's kids. But anyway, it's just funny because like Brandon, full athletic scholarship basketball player, he's standing in the gym with his brother Tyler and Kevin, and it's just like Brandon could be like, "Yeah, I'm the worst shooter in my family,"
Yeah.
but like
you're still
he's the
looking-
best player compared
Yeah.
to anyone else. But just so he's like, yeah, just I happen to have future just pro and
Yeah, just
in the league.
casual, like 1,000-point scorers. You know?
like early senior year.
Casual though, like
Yeah, Brandon's the all-time leading scorer at his high school. Tyler,
Yeah.
Biggie's play of the year, gonna go to league, all that. But like, anyway, what were we talking about?
But,
Why are
dude,
we talking about it? Sorry.
So when I got the first day I got my flame truck.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was so excited to like show off the sound system and stuff.
Were you in high school or?
I was in high school.
Okay.
I was like a senior, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, so you know how at the high school there's that road that leads up to the school buildings where everyone hangs out after
in the
school?
back.
So it's after school, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to drive through campus blasting. You know that song, Work?
Like work.
No,
Oh, A$AP Ferg.
A$AP
Put
Ferg.
in work. Put him in the dirt. That's my shit. But to you, this is already funny. Because I know you were like, work. A$AP Ferg. I gotta wait for this commercial to end. I'm not paying for Spotify. All right, here it is.
Dude, that was up all the way. Volumes up all the way. Windows completely down. I'm driving through campus.
So fired up too.
And I stop right at the wellness center, and I'm still blasting it. Like there's no sign of me turning it down. I'm like waiting for chicks to go by. Dude, I'm so stupid. I have no idea that everyone's like, "Fuck that guy, dude."
They're just like, oh, here's the loser. Here's the loser. And you're like, yeah, they're looking at me.
I had like a straight face and everything.
It's like
Yeah,
you were the high school version of like a dude riding by on a Harley, like, and they're just like, oh my god, I fucking hate that kid.
Just screaming faggot, and I'm like, no, they love me, dude. But yeah, Mr. Kolick comes out. He's like, dude, turn it the fuck down. Like he was just like so confused.
Right.
You know, he
Like,
was
what are you
what
doing
are you
here?"
doing?
He's like helping you. You think he's being like, oh, he's like friend of my party. He's like, nah, dude, everyone's making fun of you.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, dude, you're never getting pussy.
he's like, I'm helping you out. Like
But-
you should transfer.
But anyway, dude, back to the Supercuts thing, man. Bro,
So you pull up.
You won't even believe this story. Like this
I'm
isn't even.
so
like-
excited. Friday,
Yeah.
like, can I get a first name? Just in case I know her.
I don't even remember.
'Cause
her
sometimes
name.
it's like one of those like, oh, that one. You know?
Yeah, even if I knew her name, I wouldn't tell you.
Do you,
Because I know you'd slide in immediately, dude. You'd go to Supercuts after this, dude.
yeah, I'll show her how to cut hair.
Yeah. She didn't do a bad job, man. She did a really good job.
I mean,
But
it's all relative.
for me,
What?
like,
You,
For my standards, like it was, you know, for like Supercut standards, dude, she went above and beyond.
your standards are what can only be described as dysmorphic.
Yeah.
You wear a double XL, big and tall, when I've already told you like a nice solid XL.
No, it's a triple
Get the shit
XL.
po- Yeah, triple XL.
Triple XL,
So
dude.
you got some shit going on. You know?
I actually wore a regular XL a few episodes ago, and I was so uncomfortable, dude. I look like
felt
a
it on-
fucking.
you felt it on your skin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm not bragging, dude, but like if I wear that, like my arms, like my stomach's fine, but like my arms are just like so uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, dude?
I get it.
Yeah.
It's tight around the sleeves.
It's just uncomfortable, man. I just want to be comfortable, you know?
It's a sensory thing. I get it. I like loose clothes. You know, it's equivalent of cutting
It's
out a
also
tag
coming,
on a little.
I've been told it's coming back. The baggy clothing's coming back. Baggy jeans, dude.
You see, but it's almost like the Jinkos. Yeah. That's cool.
But anyway, dude.
All right, so you pull up,
flame truck.
flame truck. You look over. She's
Outside.
doors open. Ah, I'm here. Like you're
Yeah.
right there, and she's just like yelling to make sure
Yeah.
you know that. Okay.
Tells me to come inside, dude. I walk inside, and I just see like cigarettes everywhere, booze everywhere. I can smell the cigarettes and stuff, and I'm like, all right, dude, you should turn around. Say you forgot something in your truck and just leave. You know what I mean?
Go in.
She goes, do you want to go in the basement? I've got some friends over. And I'm like, dude, just leave. Just don't go down there. But I went down there, man. I had my Starbucks coffee. Like, I'm caffeinated. I'm ready to go. I walk down these wooden stairs, bro, into the basement. All I see is just power tools on the wall and just empty space. And then there's like 3 lawn chairs. And there's like an older woman and an older man, tatted up, piercings, and they're just getting high. And they go, what's up, man?
Smoking weed or?
Just get smoking weed.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, when you say getting high.
Yeah.
I was.
Good point, yeah. They were just hitting the bong.
Yeah.
And they go, yo, you want to get high with us? And I was like, no, I'm good, man. I got my coffee. And like, no one laughed. And I was like, all right, well, terrible sense of humor.
Well, that's fine. I mean, your opener didn't work, but it's okay. You can get him back.
And so she's ripping the bong. They're ripping the bong. I'm just standing there awkwardly like, dude, you should sprint up the stairs and leave right now. But dude, I stayed strong, man. I stayed there the whole time this guy was talking to me about comedy and how he wants to start comedy and go to open mics and stuff and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man, you should definitely try
I'd
it.
rather him tell me
That he's
about
gonna
him
kill
like
me.
killing his wife.
Oh,
yeah, I'd rather
he'd
him
kill me,
confess to like then they talk about comedy. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of like, oh, so how do you? It's like one of those just like, say, yeah. But go ahead. Sorry.
But the whole time, though, I was trying to figure out who these people
Why they
are.
are.
I'm like, are these your parents? And then I find out that the two older people, it's their house, not related to the chick. She lives there. I didn't find out why.
like she rents from them.
I mean, she lived, like she has her own, I don't know. I didn't know the relationship. I don't know if she rents from them.
So
And,
all three of them live together.
Yes, she has her
So
own
she
room.
said, "I have friends over," but it was a little bit of a white lie.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
yeah, these are my landlords.
that'd be like if I was at my parents' house, you came over, and I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just hanging out with these folks."
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're at your parents' house.
Yeah.
So she didn't have people over.
But I still never figured out the relationship between them. You know what I mean? Like there could be some like hidden, you know, maybe something tragic happened. I don't know. Dude, so she was like, all right, let's go upstairs and like watch a movie or something. So I'm like, yes, dude, like maybe
What time of day?
This is a night, dude. This is nighttime. So I'm like, oh, dude, maybe like I'll hook up with this chick. Because you got to realize, dude, this chick is like super hot. She does yoga and stuff, like blonde, very
She's
hot.
hot.
Very hot. Wearing shorts, dude. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
What year are we talking?
This had to be when I was like 22. Yeah.
That means nothing to me.
So 5 years ago.
Okay. Because you're the ageless Johnny
Yeah.
Salami. I don't look at you as an age.
I think so, yeah. It had to have been.
You're more of an energy.
Yeah. But
Much like
dude,
myself.
we
Go
go
ahead.
upstairs and sit down on the couch. And, dude, she was like, all right, I just want you to know I watched The Office over and over again. And I was like, what? She was like,
that's normal.
she's like, yeah, I keep watching it over and over again. And I just want to memorize all the lines and stuff. And I was like, all right, that's cool, you know. And then she would say things like very positively, and then she would snap, dude. Like we were this far away from each other.
I need an example.
She would be like, "You're so handsome. Why don't you fucking talk to me?" You know.
It was like a conversation. It was like it was like a devil and an
Bro.
angel on her shoulder.
Have you ever seen the movie Split?
Yeah.
It was that. No joke. Like we're this far away. She's like this. She's like, "You're so handsome," and I'm just holding the coffee with like a straight face.
Did you like give a head nod or anything?
Yeah, I didn't say anything. I was just like, you know. She was like, I remember at one point, she could see the coffee shaking. She's like, you don't have to be nervous. And I was like, all right.
You don't have to be nervous.
Yeah, dude, I was literally shaking. I was like, fuck, dude, this chick's gonna kill me.
What was your plan? You already knew, like, all right, I'm gonna snap her neck, run out that door. Like, you had a plan. I'm sure you were starting to think, like, yo, can I take her?
The whole time I was just thinking, man, like, I think I was mature enough at that point to be like, this woman has a mental illness. I should be respectful, fight through this till like 10 o'clock and then leave. And that's what I did.
And then date her.
But there were moments where I was like, dude, just stand up and just walk out. Like, she's not going to stop you. You know what I mean? Not like sprint. I mean, honestly, there were a few moments where I was like, you should sprint out so she doesn't catch you. But like, I was just like, oh man, just get up and leave. But I feel like that would really fuck her up.
We don't want to disturb her.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, there
Was
was
a
like,
move made? Here's where
No,
Here's
so-
where you're losing me.
this is the punchline. You ready for the punchline? It's getting late at night. I'm getting ready. So I start like leaning in. I just get a little close to her. I'm not touching her yet, but I'm like trying to cuddle with her.
Show me.
No, stop. Not in public, dude.
Okay.
Afterwards.
Okay.
But
you just kind of shifted a little bit, a couple times, and now
Yeah,
it's like
like,
clear. You're just like closer.
yeah.
Okay.
It's clear I'm about to like risk it all. Risk it for the biscuit.
I don't think it's a risk, but
Yeah. I mean, dude, if
Go
you were
ahead.
there,
Let's
this
hear
would
it.
have been...
let's hear it.
Dude, so I'm getting closer, and she goes, I want you to know that I'm abstinent. And I was like, wait, what? She was like, I don't have sex. I don't do anything sexual. Any sexual, anything that feels sexual, anything like that, I resist it to like get stronger. And I think it's like somewhere, she was really into yoga, and that's where she got it from. I forgot what it's called.
Trying to have a relationship with yourself. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's the idea of like fighting off, you know, the temptation to do like sexual things and like drink alcohol and stuff.
So
like that.
it's the instead of self-soothing with medication and alcohol and drugs and sex, it comes from the happiness comes from within. It's a whole thing, but it's also like ugh.
Yeah, and that's when I left. That's when I was like, there's no point in. It was like 10 o'clock. I was like, all right, well, I should probably get going.
So she's cutting herself in front of you, and you're like, this coffee's delicious. And then she's like, hey, I don't have sex. You're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Once dude, honestly, like I'm not a terrible guy, but when that happened, man, I was like, all right, like why am I?
Because then it was actually like, all right, now I feel like I'm only in danger, and there's no payoff.
Yeah.
Did you say to her? Was there any leading up? You said things were getting hot and heavy back and forth at one point, or there was never an indication that something could happen, or there was.
Literally, dude, the scariest experience I've ever had with someone in my life is when she was like, "You're really handsome," and then I think 2.5 minutes later, like jumped at me and was like, "Why aren't you talking to me?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And there was multiple times where that would happen. She would say something really positive. And
then just like sit in that uncomfortableness and then just snap on it.
Yeah. It would like, it was such an emotional roller coaster, dude. Like imagine if a chick is like talking you up. She's like, Alan, you're so good at basketball. You're so fit. You're so handsome. Like I'm so attracted to you. And then 2 minutes later, dude, just starts telling you everything she hates about you, which a lot of guys are probably going through right now. But like, I'm talking about like aggressive, like,
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
like lashing at you, But yeah, man, I found out when I left, I was very like casual about it. I was like, yeah, maybe we can go to like yoga tomorrow or something, knowing that I was never going to
speak to her again.
Never going to speak to her again. Never go to Supercuts again, man. At least that location. I had to choose a different location. And yeah, I ghosted her, man, and she texted me, like freaking out, dude.
How long? How long after?
Probably like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say freaking out, it was a couple paragraphs of some stuff?
Yeah, it was probably 3 or 4 paragraphs of her, like, defending herself in, like, a mentally ill way, Like...
Defending yourself, but in, like the most mentally of all ill.
Delusionally, like, defending herself.
Yeah.
Almost like, hey, like, I don't have a problem when she does.
You're the crazy one, like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
she's like,
you were weird for not vibing with me, as I didn't tell you why I was in the basement with lawn chairs smoking weed with strangers.
She's like, you're schizophrenic, not me. Really pointing the finger, man. You know
what's funny? I actually a long time ago texted my ex. Are you bipolar? like an ex from like a long time ago who like I have a cool relationship with now, blah blah blah. But this was like when I was finding out like I'm all fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like the definition of projection. Like, hey, I think I figured it out. Why it didn't work with us? Are you bipolar? It's just like,
and like you had
instead of being like, hey, it makes a lot of sense. What I'm like, you right?
So this was like a while after.
Half a decade.
Oh my god.
Like
you're just in the car.
Totally married with kids.
Yeah.
Just like everyone's fine and moved on. And I'm just like, hey, when we were 19, the reason it's because you were it was just basically me talking about myself.
But even nowadays, man, like everyone's kind of mentally ill. You got the autism test now and like all that stuff.
You got the autism test. Well, yeah, that one. I think it's just we're neurodivergence, we'll call it, because it encompasses a lot of like autism, ADHD, and that. And I think it's our environments that are making us what they call that, but also, we all got that shit. There was a thing I was reading, I don't know, fucking a cracked article. It sucks because I'm like not giving someone credit that wrote it, or maybe it was a meme. I say article, it was probably a meme.
Yeah.
But it was like,
It's like a bumper sticker.
Yeah, basically. All these cases of autism, it was totally different back in the day, and it's like, and it basically just goes on to explain how like everyone's grandpa was autistic. Just like, your grandpa who like ate the same meal every day at 5 o'clock and only rode the tractor, didn't have to talk to anyone for 12 hours a day. Yeah, he was perfect. Like, but the way the lifestyles were, you could be that guy, punch in 9 to 5, own a house, kids, this and that, and like you just could do your thing. There were less things that would have, or responsibilities that would have came to the forefront earlier. Like, oh yeah, this guy's neurodivergent. Like
Yeah.
he can't even fucking look me in the eye. It's like, well, he has a job that he doesn't have to. Does that make sense?
Even like OCD. OCD might be a more popular one.
Dude, it's all in response to the fucking bullshit, though.
Think about the OCD you had playing basketball, dude.
OCD. Dude, how about my hair? If my hair looks bad in this, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Really?
Yeah.
You're big on the hair, man.
Again, back to we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
You're big on your shirts, no pun intended. Big. Because of
Yeah.
size.
That was a good one, dude. Yeah.
But,
I don't know.
yeah, it's the
I just
same
miss like when like that stuff was like undiagnosable. Like it was just there. There was just like a special needs kid in the open, and it was just life.
Yeah, but like then you realize like, yeah, I don't know.
It just made things more exciting, you know. Now everything is like monitored and like, you know. God forbid my dog's off the leash, dude.
Yeah, we really watered down the autism, didn't we?
Bro, even last night, dude, we're in Olneyville. That used to be the hood, bro. Murders on every corner, and now it's like gentrified. I saw like one black dude last night.
At the end of the day, what we're basically saying is white people fucked shit up.
Yeah. The whole gentrification thing, man, is crazy, bro.
It's wild. It's going to happen more because there's a train station now right over in CF, Pawtucket.
A new one?
Brand, like new train station. So now you're going to bring in more people that are going to, I can just hop on the train and get the bus. So now like the gentrification is going to continue.
Where are the black people going?
First of all,
Okay.
you can say say poor people. You don't have
Yeah.
to say the color
Well,
because
I mean-
it's not. But yeah. No.
Well, we're not seeing them anymore, dude. Where are they going?
Who's they?
The black people. I mean, let's be honest, dude. Like, last night, bro, how many black dudes you see last night? How many homies you see? One, two?
I don't see race. So
Yeah. What are you, fucking
Everyone's-
Robert? What are you,
everyone's the
Robert Kraft, dude?
everyone's the homie.
Yeah.
No, that you can't not see race. Yeah, dude, it's gonna keep going. But I think before everything's completely gentrified, we'll just be throwing rocks at each other in the street. We'll be just
You think like real civil war, dude?
yeah, but like we'll be like paying like it might be like the police versus like the civilians, and then some civilians are on the police side.
Yeah.
But like that's like the civil war, like you know what I mean?
You know what's crazy, dude?
And half the
It's,
police will be like kind of like I don't want to be doing this, but fuck, you know.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, dude, is in class, what is that? What was that class? Oh, criminal justice. Like the first thing they teach you is that like the police are the public and the public are the police. Isn't that kind of crazy? Some people have that tatted on their nuts, dude. I know a lot of police officers who have that tatted on their nutsack.
Like the police are the public.
And the public are the police.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Exactly what it says.
The police are the public.
Like a police officer is a human being who goes home at night who has a family just like you.
Oh, yeah.
So like when people are like, "Oh, defund the police,"
Yeah, I get
it's
that.
almost like a,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I also think it's some horseshit in there as well.
yeah.
Because
It's just funny to think.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But also like the best is that like I'm friends with several police officers who would be like, yeah, half the people I work with shouldn't have a fucking job. Like they think
dude.
they think the election was stolen. They fucking think like everyone's out to get them. They're like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
They'll share Babylon Bee articles thinking it's real. They'll share Onion articles, be like, you see this shit? And someone be like, yeah, that's not real. They'll be like, yeah, but I'm sure it is somewhere. Like, it's just like, they're so out of their fucking minds watching Fox News, melting their brains, telling them they are like heroes where like you couldn't tell them different.
Yeah. As
Like
similar,
I could just be like, hey, you just harmed this person over here. They'll be like, they'll have like a something behind it why it makes it okay.
yeah, similar to normal people in society.
Yeah.
Like regular people are having the same thoughts. Like there's
Right.
like a 65-year-old dude watching Fox News,
Right.
like believing everything he's watching.
But he doesn't have a badge and a gun.
Exactly. That's
So
the whole
it's
premise.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
it's hypocrisy, dude.
It's well, so you have all these Fox Newsies, whatever,
Yeah.
that are like, yeah, police are heroes. Let's have another parade. This and that. And I'm like, can we just like put the rims up at the park so the kids have something to do?
Yeah.
That's a literal thing that I like battled. Like there's a park down the street. The rims have been taken off for a year and a half.
Because of the dunking or because of COVID?
Awesome question. Because the
'Cause when
question leads to more questions. It's
Yeah.
literally like, well, there was vandalism. I'm like, perfect. So take the rims away because that'll end it.
Yeah.
Like literally, like the shit that, and it's literally because they're black. It's the poorer part of the neighborhood. It's the neighborhood that's riffraff, and I'll be like, what's riffraff again? Could someone tell me? Because you ever heard the phrase riffraff? It's literally, it'd be like the equivalent of like someone like 50 years ago being like, there's a lot of ends over there.
Yeah.
But now, like, they can say it at town council, be like, well, some riffraff.
Yeah.
That you should stop it immediately and be like, explain what that means, and like let the guy tell you exactly what does riffraff dress like. Are there do-rags involved? Like, you know, just like, are they playing rap music or are they playing country? The riffraff guys, like.
Yeah.
So anyway, dude, shit like that. But then
It's
they'll
like
think they're under attack.
silent racism, yeah.
But they think they're under attack,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there's no one out to get you.
Yeah. I mean, what is like, you can't talk about your job, can you?
I left that one, so I could talk all the fucking I want about.
You left your job?
I resigned as Parks and Rec director.
Why?
I just fucking talked about it.
Oh, that was the reason?
That was a big reason. Yeah. I was done.
Because they wouldn't put the rims back up?
Shit like that. It's like I would have to fight for stuff like that. But no, how about this? I left and the rims are off.
I can
it's more of
totally
that.
see you resigning though, because you're like, yo,
Balls
if those rims don't go back up, I'm out.
It's so funny because like that's a microcosm of it. Meaning
Yeah.
like that's not why, but also like the fact that I'm talking to like these older white dudes who are out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like I just went to the park. There's like 30 kids who were like, hey, can you please put them up? Pretty sure they're gonna like be, and like they'll just be like, and it's like, what? What does that even mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the answer is no, but they're gonna tell you in some roundabout way that anyone who's got a brain can just be like, oh, you just don't like the people in that park. Like you're basically saying like, I'd rather them be pissed at us than to give them exercise and be happy.
And those are your boys too, dude.
You know, I show up to. That's the thing is I was involved, so I'd be showing up to parks. I'm in my truck. I'm doing stuff. I'm active. They wanted me to sit at my computer behind a desk because they're so out of touch with the reality of like what actually gets shit done. Like you, I meet you at a park. We're gonna get in a talk at the park. You, a kid playing. Hey, why don't we do it? I get more done there than I'm sitting answering an email. Which, by the way, I can answer with my fucking phone in my hand.
Yeah.
They're all from the 70s. Like, well, you got punch in, you punch out, and this and that, and I'm just like. Y'all aren't even doing anything.
What are you doing now?
I have a small position at another entity.
So you can talk shit about the town and stuff?
I don't want to talk shit about the town. I have no problem with the town. I'm on the high school basketball staff. We just 25-0
Yeah.
champs. It's not a big deal.
But they're not like, you know,
Nah, yeah.
as long as you're putting up a good record, dude. They're... Wait, you won the state championship?
We won the division, the whole thing, like at the dunk. At the
The
end.
open
They
tournament?
do it now. The open tournament's starting, and we got a bye. We got a game tomorrow.
Wait, so
night,
you won the divisional tournament?
which is at the amp. Now the open one starts. It already started,
And that's all divisions?
and that's all divisions. And we're trying to
dude.
make some noise.
Shit, dude.
We got Hendrick on Monday night,
For real?
8 p.m. at Rick.
Damn, what seed are they?
I don't know. Slightly lower than us.
Yeah, 'cause
like
if you're the one seed, then...
No, we're not the one seed because we were D2 undefeated, so the
Yeah.
points only add up. Like we could only be like the fourth. Like we couldn't be the one.
Yeah.
Our wins counted as less, even though like it's like March Madness. You know what I mean? You could be fucking North Dakota State, be undefeated, win your whole league. You're still not going to be a one seed. You're going to be
division,
like yeah. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to just talk shit about the town. That's kind of shitty. But I just meant like I'm a man of the people. I don't got to tell you that.
Yeah.
If you and I showed up to the park, how many people would come up to us, or at least like or just be like, it's like, you know what I mean?
For autographs?
Handshakes and hugs. But that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
As corny as that is, like you should be that if you're gonna be in the position of like in charge of like fucking recreation, the kids, the public, the people. I'm not gonna cater to 80-year-olds. Like, take the rims off so we can play more pickleball. Perfect. So you can play pickleball from 8 to 10 a.m. on a Wednesday when it's nice out. And then the whole rest of the day, the kids don't get to play basketball.
Yeah. Well, it is geographical, though, dude. Like, I live in Queens, bro, and there's dudes just... I mean, like, Division I talent, dude, like, throwing down, like, spitting in your face, telling you you're gay, and then they'll stay afterwards at the park and, like, drink beer and smoke weed.
Yeah.
And, like, no one even bats an eye, dude.
Also, I mean, besides the spitting in your face and calling you gay or whatever you said, which was crazy, they're doing no harm.
Exactly, dude. They're making me a better person.
they're also helping you come out.
Of the closet, yeah.
If they just keep saying it, eventually you'll be like,
Yeah. And hopefully one day, man, I can come out in front of them at the courts, maybe after like a dub, or
as,
maybe even
as
after,
autistic or gay and autistic, because you could. I'm
like
sure they call you both.
maybe like a retarded homosexual.
Because I'm sure you're playing in a polo.
Well, dude, I could be the first ever retarded homosexual to step on the turf like that and come out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, dude?
I mean, there's definitely, there's gay guys in the NFL that probably have CTE.
Yeah.
So there's already
It's
a
brain
homosexual
damage,
with brain damage, but
I'm
that's
talking
not the
about
same. Yeah,
chromosomal shit.
Yeah, and you're right on the edge.
Yeah.
You're right on
I
the
could
edge.
be in the history books, dude. You don't even know.
You,
Imagine being in the history books for that. They have like they have my picture and everything.
I don't know.
They like, they talk about it like it's like a folktale, dude.
You're kind of just blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
I got
I
nothing.
think it's just too beautiful for you to like have a rebuttal, man.
No, I actually just, you know what I did right now is I processed the whole thing, and I was just like, yes. Like I was picturing the book with your picture.
Yeah.
And I had nothing to say because it was just more of just like, oh, that could happen.
Yeah.
It was
But
way
dude,
less of a joke than it
even
was more
like,
like, I was actually just thinking about like, is there, because then I was thinking about the semantic, like, is it appropriate, because like there are mean people out there.
Yeah.
So, like love on the spectrum, like I love everyone, it's fucking so good. But there's people that watch for like the wrong reason. So is there someone like looking up like, oh, who's the strongest person,
Yeah.
with Parkinson's or something,
Yeah, but dude, you got to think like as fucked up as it is, like for someone to be retarded and come out of the closet, like do you know how fucking funny
That
would be?
exists, first of all. I will say
Yeah.
on behalf of everyone listening that's offended by the R word, I apologize on behalf of Jonathan.
Yeah.
He means no harm.
No, just stop saying it.
Yeah, no, it's
It's just a fucking word, dude.
It's just a word, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, that exists. There's definitely like trans Downs models.
When you were in
Has to be.
When you were in college, dude, they definitely didn't do it when you were in college.
Probably my school was very like ahead of like they were wicked liberal with
For
shit.
real? Dude, when
So
I
go
did
ahead.
my orientation at URI, they put us in this room with like 500 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they locked the doors, and everyone just started having like a heart to heart. So people would stand up, and they would just let it out, bro.
Just like
And
just
it
like, I was
started
assaulted
off,
type.
yeah, it would start off with like basic trauma stories, like, oh, I would get bullied in high school, and now I'm here, and I feel like I've made it in life. And then it started like really like amping up in volume, dude. And like this one dude just stands up, and he's like, I never thought I'd do this, but I'm gay. And everyone started clapping. Damn. And then, dude, next thing you know, another dude's standing up. He's like, you know what? Me too. And, dude, I'm in tears laughing.
You're going to say in tears crying?
Oh, man, I laughed so hard, dude. But if in that moment there was a special needs kid in the room and he stands up and he said, I'm gay, dude, that would send shockwaves through, I would stop laughing, dude. Like that would.
Because how could you be laughing and talking at the same time?
Yeah. That was a good one, dude. Good
That
for
was
you,
all
man.
right. I thought it was like,
It was all right.
It was like
yeah.
low
It was
hanging.
kind of a
but it was
layup,
like,
but like.
Yeah, no, it was like not
Yeah.
good, but it was kind of like you
had to-
I got it.
you had to say
yeah,
it,
I had to.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you, man.
This
You
is-
check the time on that?
Yeah, I got you. Can we talk about, just in case anyone's curious, above you, Chris Webber and Jason Williams, favorite duo of all time, favorite basketball player of all time, Jason Williams, obviously. Raphael, my favorite and the best Ninja Turtle. One could argue Leo is also up there. If you say Donatello, you're a nerd. And above you, you can't see, that's a paid in full poster. Right there, that's Kurt Cobain, my guy. And right there is, maybe we got a collab, rapper Cameron's high school jersey. It is what it is. Maybe,
you meet
maybe
him?
we'll collab. You know what? I never met Cam.
How'd you get the jersey?
There's a guy that like makes like obscure jerseys.
Oh, so it's not
Jersey
his
Jacks.
actual.
It's literally his replica. Like he'd be like,
Oh.
I can make a John Psyche baseball jersey. Cumberland High School.
Yeah, but the real one's got, piss on it. You know what I mean?
Because you used to piss on your jersey before games. I remember you told me that.
I don't remember telling you that, but
Oh.
yeah.
You didn't.
I thought you meant you had like the blood, sweat, and tears of
No,
Cameron in
I
high
don't.
school, dude.
I mean, you're
'Cause,
talking,
like, that
we're
would be
talking 90s.
sick.
We're
That
talking,
would be
like,
sick.
how would I own that? I'm
Exactly.
curious who does own that though.
Probably
I bet
him.
he does. I mean,
I never
someone
got
might have
that.
gifted it to him, but like,
Probably someone at his high school right now if they haven't gotten new ones.
I bet they've had 15 new uniforms since '93 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, dude, maybe we could like go wherever his high school is, but maybe like find the the equipment closet.
We could just shoot a text to the athletic director. Let's get his number. Hey, it's me, Alan from Rhode Island. Do you have Cam's high school jersey? Mm-hmm. Can we get that?
Yeah.
I think no one's tried that.
Even like at my high school, dude, they have a whole room just filled with like old jerseys and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just smells like nuts.
I have my high school shorts.
Really?
From 2003, right? They were new uniform. It was a new uniform that year.
Yeah.
It was wider, like the shoulders were wider, like Vince Carter Raptors jerseys. When
Okay.
those jerseys started to come out wide, people were like, oh, wider shoulders.
Yeah.
Now it's back to. But anyway, flash forward like 10 years later, I'm at the YMCA. A kid is wearing those from my year, and I'm like, yo, that's from my senior year. He's like, these, man, we just like. He's like, these weren't even like the JV shorts. They were just like back in like storage, and I just grabbed them, whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'll buy those off you. So I bought my home and away shorts off him. Gave one to my buddy.
Still on it,
Dude, perfectly intact,
Hell
like
yeah.
nice shorts.
Yeah.
Mine are white.
Were they baggy when you played?
Yeah, like at the knee,
Yeah.
not below the knee, but at the. It was right around the
Alright.
time where like it was normal to get shorts that like you know, not that you had to, because back in the day they were short and you had to sag. Kids would ask for. They finally got the long shorts. We did all that work, and then this new generation now they fucking roll them up.
Yeah.
They undid 15 years of kids like crying and begging and having.
Why don't
shorts
they just
that-
make them short again instead of rolling them up?
They're starting to get shorter again, but it's like we're in between. Which way is the fashion going to go, John?
Yeah, I feel
We're at
like
a crossroads of fashion, John.
Yeah, it's really not fair to all the kids to have short shorts like that, dude. Like if I had to wear short shorts in high school
Right.
basketball,
Like there are some fake
holy
kids.
shit, dude. Yeah, dude. I would have never gotten laid like once. You know what I mean?
Instead, it was
Twice. Yeah. No, literally. Like, dude, that would have taken away everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even to this day, man, I don't really have like a good ass. You know?
You do a lot of deadlifts and all that. How do you not have a good ass?
I think it's just like the position of my pelvis, dude.
Doesn't let the muscles grow how you'd like.
Yeah.
Would you like it to be shelfy? You want it? No?
I mean, I got a friend, dude, who's got a no homo, just like a fucking dump truck, dude. It's insane.
You don't have to say no homo unless you were like, I want to put my tongue in it. Then
I just wanted to make it clear, man. Like, I'm not attracted to it. I'm just kind of jealous.
You just know
like,
about
dude,
it,
his
though.
ass literally just fucking. Boop. There's no like There's no ascension. It's just straight out, dude.
it's a back, and then all of a sudden it's an ass. There's
Yeah.
never.
And you like know too. Like when a dude has a nice ass, you know he's strong. You don't just get that.
You're not just gonna have a
like-
nice fat ass.
Yeah,
every
you
week.
work for that, dude. You know.
You can at least move some fucking defensive linemen around. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
got something.
It's like the biggest muscle on your body, dude. Is like your glutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have quite a wide ass and hips. Mm-hmm. A lot of my weight is there. You know.
Yeah. But like when I was younger, dude, my pants would always fall down because I just didn't have an ass to hold
couldn't
it up.
keep it up. That's crazy
Yeah.
to me. I don't know what that's like. My hips hold it up.
Yeah.
I could if I put on a pair of 36s, I just put them on. They'll fall, but they'll stop at my hips. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So I don't know if it's my ass, but like I'm wide enough where
Yeah.
even if it's like, oh, I need a belt, these two like my hips stop. I don't go. It's not like this. I boop.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, maybe it is my hips then, dude. Because like if I'm not strapped up fully, dude, like it's just gonna stop halfway down my ass.
Yeah, but then it's.
I had a friend, dude, named Cam, and his pants would always fall down with a belt. Like, dude, he would get up in class, like if he dropped a pencil or something, he would bend over, dude, and you could see like half of his ass. And he just didn't even notice. Like he couldn't even feel it. He didn't know he was mooning half the class.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, I haven't told him yet.
Yeah. Save that for the 25-year reunion, I think.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
I think he's gay now, dude.
He was probably gay then too.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I think about all the time when I go to the football field? Is I remember that time that you blew out your hamstring.
That was not great.
Dude,
I mean, for the record,
Yeah.
I was lightning
Dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
because it was so real too, and it was
Yeah.
not the thing I wanted to happen.
Well,
like I was running a route for my I was trying to like impress. Like I was going to be a hero if I caught the pass. It was like, did I run a post or something? Can we tell the story? We were doing a workout. We were doing a workout.
Well, I wanted to play catch, and you were like, I'll only play catch if we run actual routes. And I was like, all right, dude. Like, you wanted to take it super seriously.
Time out. Before I sound like a complete like hardo or whatever. Yeah. It was because I wanted a workout. And I was like, I'm going to go here. Let's get a workout in where I'd like to run routes. Because like throwing the ball, for me, it's not stimulating.
Yeah,
It'd be like going swimming. People are like, oh, I love swimming. 10 minutes in, I'm like, all right, I get it. We got wet. We played around. I'm out. So that's what we're playing catch. I'm just saying, like if we played catch, John, I would lose interest so fast.
Yeah, but you were like so passionate about it. You were like, dude, run a 10-yard corner right now. And
I
stop on
absolutely.
A dime. And I was like,
I
all
probably
right, man.
re-explained it. Like, no, John. 8 yards, stutter step, hard left, immediately hard right, and you were probably like, I hate this.
And then you go, all right, I'm going to run a fade, and I'm just going to keep running. And I was like, okay.
Timeout. Can we at least say, like, how are my routes looking up until that point? Could you tell that I was a route runner?
It's a route. Nobody's saying route. It's like a fucking highway, dude. Why do they call it routes instead of routes?
I always mispronounce words, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, if you think about the highway, like, it's not.
I'll still say GIF. Was it GIF or GIF? It's GIF.
I
Right?
think it's GIF.
It's GIF, okay.
GIF would be with a J.
Right there. I've had the conversation where we like figure out, all right, it's this.
Yeah.
And then still time will pass, and I'll be like, I remember having the conversation. I forget what we concluded.
Yeah.
And I'll just do it again.
Okay.
So my bad. I was running routes, and they were crisp.
Yeah, you kind of run like Alvin Kamara, dude.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah. So you're like kind of cruising, but you're like, you know, it was majestic, man, watching you. It was like 50, it was like a 50-yard, just like Hail Mary. And dude, I threw the perfect ball. It was, you can't even argue, dude. It was literally perfect spiral.
I can see it right now.
Oh my God.
Talk
and
to me.
you
Where am I? I'm up the sideline, or I'm a little to the.
Yeah.
I'm on the hashes, right?
You're like outside the numbers.
Yeah. And I'm looking now.
You
I've
hit,
been running, and now I start looking what after 20 yards or.
I think you probably started looking at like the 45-yard line. After 45 yards, you turned back. You saw how beautiful it was, dude.
I probably got real fired up.
And then, dude, I just saw your leg just go limp. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, dude. Dude, your leg. Dude, I thought someone like shot you in the leg.
I like yelled and shit, right?
Yeah. Dude, you were on the ground. You were like, oh, dude, I'm not going to be able to play basketball for months. And I was laughing so hard. Because I was like, nah, dude, you'll be good, man. Like, you'll be fine. You're like, no, dude, I won't be fine.
I'm all dramatic and like depressed about it.
You're like, nah.
You don't get it. My body doesn't recover like everyone else's.
It's not like you made it seem like you had like a game that night or something, but it was just all about like balling out.
Basically, just like, all right, so like I can't like
Go to
run
it.
the same next couple days.
Yeah.
Is really all it was. But
Oh, that
yeah,
was so
pulled a
funny.
hammy, right?
I vividly remember just seeing your leg give out, and it was just, there's nothing like that, dude. But yeah, just like how anticlimactic that was. Because it was like the perfect route, and dude, that was probably the best ball I've ever thrown in my life.
And what did it land? 10 yards in front of me? Or?
Dude, it was right, I think you had your hands on it. I think you dropped it because your hamstring gave out.
I don't think I would do that. I think I would catch it.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It was bad. It was a bad hamstring pull. I could literally see your hamstring like fucking pop, dude.
And then I remember like we went off to the side, sat on a bench, and I was like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like you know when someone walks by and I was like, "Hey, you see that?" I popped my thing. She just kept walking forward. I'm like, "All right, cool." So I got pull my hamstring. I'm getting ignored by this girl, and John's just like laughing at me.
It was just so funny though, dude, because it was like, that was like COVID years too, and like we were taking it so seriously.
Because we had like nothing.
Just
we
grown men just taking route running seriously, just washed up.
Well, the rims weren't on the hoops half the places, right? So
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we got to run some routes.
Yeah, even down the road, dude, when we were trying to play basketball, like the rims were, are those the rims that you were talking about?
No, are you talking about in Cumberland or Lincoln?
In Lincoln, like down the road.
Yeah. The rims were off.
Yeah.
And then the ones over here, they actually put like a thing over it.
Really?
Like a piece of wood. Such bullshit. And then some just took the rims off. Some left them on and took the thing off. There was a mixed bag. And then a couple of parks just left them on and said nothing. I give you a hint what part of town that was in.
Yeah.
Was it the multifamily affordable housing section, or was it the places that have estates at the beginning and you fucking get greeted by a brick wall? You know, John, I was never allowed in the estates. Me and my family.
Why?
Oh, we just couldn't afford it. I thought.
Oh. I thought you did
I mean,
something.
we were allowed, but
Yeah. I thought you were like jerking people off.
No. Well, jerking people off might get you in there.
Really?
That's how a lot of these Hollywood guys. I mean, did you see Cat Williams? You jerk off, you get in.
You talked about that? Jerking people off?
Not specifically, but you know, a lot of the tomfoolery that goes on.
Because if that's real, man, I'll start doing that. Dude, you wouldn't jerk off somebody just to
It's
get
absolutely real.
Yeah. Like you think to get into like an estate.
Oh, not an estate. I don't know that. I'm talking about Hollywood, but are you talking about estates?
I literally imagined you pulling up to like an estate where they have like the security guard in front, that little shed, and you're like, "Yo, who do I have to jerk off to get inside?"
Is it you that I got to jerk? Or I jerk you and then I suck someone else? What's the protocol
If
here?
you were in like a 1998 like Honda Civic too.
They would just be like, just get out of here, kid. DoorDash? What are you,
Well, I
what are
mean,
you doing
dude,
here?
like, no, I mean, you're a pretty handsome dude. It'd be funny, you know? Because you don't look homeless. Like, if you were wearing Jordans and, like, a sweatsuit, you were like, hey, man, like, who do I have to jerk off to get inside the estate? They have a story, like, a week later.
I do appreciate disparity in like towns and cities. Like, you know, like nice sections, old. You know what I mean? Like, we have a golf. We have 2 half golf course, like 2 9-hole. Don't we have an 18-hole course in town? Kirkbride, right? There's literally 3 golf courses in the town.
To get on the golf course, like at Kirkbride, which is like a mile away, you have to own like 6 boats, dude.
I have a buddy who has a membership there, and like you're required to like spend a certain amount each. So like you pay the thing, but also as part of it, like you got to spend like X amount of $100 a month at like just at the bar or at the dinners, like get dinner. Imagine going to a country club for dinner. Like I grew up like, oh, what's for dinner? Man, just like, yeah, no, we're gonna head to the country club for our Wednesday night dinner. Like that's fucking. It's so far away from like the reality of like what I know.
My ex-girlfriend, dude, her family has memberships there, and they are obsessed with going. They're like, we know all of our friends from there. We hang out there all that they eat dinner there. And I was just like, all right, well, that's fucking gay. The fuck? Why would I go to a country club to eat dinner, dude? You know?
Because you get to be exclusive.
But it's like a fraternity. It's like, dude, you're paying for friends.
You said it.
Like,
well, no. But you're paying for friends. But you know what else you're doing is there's a bar of payments that some people can't make. Therefore, you're actually excluding a good amount of people.
Yeah.
And that's really what the catch is. It's like, hey, I know the type of person that'll be here. So they go see their people.
Exactly.
You and I go to fucking Chili's, you know, we're with our people.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, all you can eat nachos and shit. But they're with their people.
Yeah.
Hey, and more specifically, with not their people.
Mm-hmm. It's groups, man.
You know, and I'm part of both groups. You know, John, I can dabble with this, I can dabble with that, I can mingle.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one that's choosing the country club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they invite me, I'll go. I'll do it. And even after then, after a while, I'm looking around, I'm uncomfortable. I was like, you know what? I should talk about race. You know, something like that. Make them.
Yeah, I don't think you and I would like fit in there though, dude.
No, we'd be there to do comedy, and then
There's no way guys are in there talking about like farts and fucking tits and shit.
No. I think they are, but they're. I think their low hanging fruit is lower than ours.
Yeah.
Like they're making this joke. Wait, did you just assume my gender?
Yeah.
Like, they're doing that bit still. That's fresh. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a dude who just got done with 18 holes and he's joking about. They're saying shit in the locker room of a country club like, oh, hey, you can't say anything anymore, you know? Right? And they all agree with each other where like you or I would be like, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's never been true. But like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah. I mean, they're all rich though, dude. Rich people fucking suck.
That's kind of what we're saying.
Yeah. So they're, I mean, I think, in my opinion, I think they're bragging about like materialistic shit. You know?
It's funny. You know who else sucks? Their wives. Here's why.
So they don't do anything.
I didn't say that, especially 2 days after International Women's Day. But
I think it was.
I would say sometimes it's like you want to go to them because you know, and I know you know. You want to go, hey, I know your whole life it wasn't guys like this. You had a good time in your life, and then you had a point where you go, okay, I would like a nice house, I would like a family that can take care, children's and that. Who can give me that? And that's now the tier you're looking at.
Yeah.
So you and I both fucking know. Plop one of them right here. We'll be fucking going to town, having a good time.
Yeah.
Dare I say. But that's not what they're looking for. Right?
Yeah.
They're not looking for personality, They're looking for financial stability. Is he going to wear the salmon shirt. Thank you, babe. And nope,
they're looking for options.
Your belt's got to match your shoe. They're fucking in control.
Yeah.
Even the guys who got the purse, they're in control of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
It sucks, man. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I know who you're talking about. I've seen it in the flesh, dude.
And they're at Target.
Right
now they're at Target. Right now they're at Target shopping.
I'm just thinking, like, where are those guys that they used to be with, The guys who had, like, straight up full bushes, didn't pay their taxes, dude. They were probably working on the railroads, dude.
Had an earring.
They had a personality, man, and they worked hard, and they just, like, Where are those guys right now? Like, where do you think they are?
You know what I think?
Like, 'cause that's gonna be us.
I think those guys have a child, but not a. Like they're still doing doing the thing. At one point, they dumped a load.
Yeah.
And they created a child.
Yeah.
But they're still doing their thing.
Yeah.
So they're actually now like the dad that creates someone like a you.
Yeah.
Or a me, which is like not great, but great.
Yeah.
I swear it made sense what I just said.
Yeah, you're talking about like the middle class.
Really, what used to be middle class is now actually lower middle class. Yeah. And the rich people we're talking about, that's actually middle class, upper middle class.
Yeah,
a country club member with 3 cars, a house, wife and kids,
that's like
a house on the Cape.
That's a 1%, yeah.
That's like, but that's still not even. That's like upper middle. Like that's middle now. I'm like lower middle now. We're the lower middle.
Yeah.
Like our parents are middle. We're actually less because like by this time they had a fucking house.
Yeah, I don't think I was never in the middle, so I've always been
like lower middle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean I grew up in a duplex.
This is where we feast though, dude. We were a bunch of fucking dogs, dude. But dude, like if you see that,
where are my middle class dogs at?
Have you ever noticed though, dude, that those chicks who have like rich husbands and stuff, like they almost like flirt with you in a sense. Like, dude, if we were surrounded by chicks,
who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Somebody who probably does this on the reg.
It's all it is.
Yeah, there's nothing better than that, dude. Talking to a Kirk Bray mom and just her tits are out, dude, and she's like, yeah, so like what have you been up to? And she's like emotionally invested in what you have to say, and you know that like she kind of wants to fuck you, dude.
Time out. I literally had this conversation where this woman, she's basically like, yeah, like I think all the dads are pretty much jealous of your life. Something along those lines.
Really?
Where she was like basically like one of them, those women admitting.
Paint me a picture though of this woman.
She's got it.
Really?
I mean like
like Stacy's mom, like.
Yeah, like probably has a gig that she does on the side at her own time, but like fully paid for.
Yeah, like
her job.
She's like a secretary.
She keeps in shape. Yeah. Yoga every day. Mm-hmm. Does her Target run.
Yeah.
Make sure like shit's done around the house, but like she ain't cleaning the house. She's hiring someone to clean the house. She's not maintaining the grass. They're paying some. So she's handling shit, but she's where she is like, yo.
So she's not even a real stay-at-home mom. She's a glorified like trophy wife.
Yeah, but like that type of mom. Okay, but she was like, oh yeah, like I know that like the dads are like, oh God, I would trade places with him in a second. Talking basically saying like you're doing the right thing. No, she's literally basically saying like, yeah, hey, me, I have kids and a husband. He would rather be doing what you did. Like,
Yeah.
almost like, basically saying, like, yeah, you could be rich and have a wife and all that, but, like, would you be happy? She's basically saying, like, yo, these dads aren't as happy as you are.
And immediately, you just thought about titty fucking her, dude.
And I'm immediately just like, thank you for your service. Like, it was, what do I, how do you, just like, you just go like,
But you're, like, enraged with emotion, dude.
No, what I'm kind of saying is like, hey, can you, like, make that announcement?
Yeah.
Like, hey, everyone, I know you're not happy. Like,
Yeah.
hey, guys, like, we see your faces. Happy
Yeah.
wife, happy life. That is, if I ever said the phrase happy wife, happy life and wasn't being, like, ironic, you can shoot me in the back of the head and don't tell me.
No,
just,
I would.
Right?
I would, yeah, for sure.
Imagine if in like a couple of years, like, I'm like, hey, dude, like, I know we talked about, but like, dude, it's true what they say.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life. I give you permission to just immediately just,
Yeah.
Alan, you told, and like, because that's a person who's, they already passed away.
Yeah, they're dead, man.
They're just, I mean, they, you know, they're still paying the bills. They go, oh, I got a new Jeep. You know, every once in a while they do something that like, yeah. Oh, dude, we put we got a trampoline for the kids in the backyard. It's just like every single thing. You're like, that's the thing that made you happy?
Yeah.
Was that it?
It's like, say something that's actually going to, like, make my hair come up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? I'm trying to think of, like, what would actually, like, a wife, like, what she could say to me that would really pique my interest.
She could say, babe, I've taken all of our money out of the bank. I've invested into Supercuts. Are you taking this journey with me?
Yeah.
And that right there is where, like...
Well, I'm not even saying my wife.
Oh.
Because my wife doesn't exist, but, like, I just mean, like, a mom, like a MILF.
What could she say?
Because you know how they're always like, yeah, you know, Jacob's majoring in law. He's doing well. You know, meanwhile, Jacob's getting, like, a blowjob outside of, like, a Cumberland Farms.
Jacob has been trans for 2 years, and everyone knew it, right?
Yeah.
She just has this fantasy of who he is. He hasn't spoke to her, and
Yeah. But, dude, that would be... Do you think you would do that, though, dude, if you were, like, talking to... If you knew the husband and you knew he was kind of a simp and the wife's got it going on...
Yes.
And she invites you over. Maybe she's in the neighborhood or something. Home alone. You know, she's getting the mail or something. She
invited
good.
me?
She's looking good. And she's like, hey, Alan, do you want to come in for, like, some coffee? Like, what are you doing?
I'm getting the coffee because I like coffee.
Yeah.
But I am respecting the shit out of that marriage.
Yeah. What would, like, put you over the edge, though? What if she took out a thing of, like, Cool Whip and just started throwing it everywhere?
Oh, it's too many calories. No. I've had coffee with a married woman. Like, genuinely, where it's like she...
In her own home.
I think better.
Drop names.
I had coffee. She literally, while we're having coffee, is like, yeah, my husband knows we're having coffee, and he's not happy about it. He doesn't like you. And I'm just like, and I'm literally just like, good. Like, just like, mind you, I didn't like, I didn't say like, yeah, let's meet coffee. And it was literally, she's like, I want to get coffee. And I'm like, sure. And then I'm finding out, she's like, yeah, he just like, doesn't like how like, you know, the parents like he basically almost saying like, yeah, my husband's jealous of you. Like literally, which doesn't look for him. Yeah. Like if I was him, I would want her to be like, don't fucking say that, because now he thinks I think, you know.
Yeah.
And like genuinely the whole time, like I had no idea. Like I try to talk, if people look at me, I say hi. When they don't, I you know, like let's say I'm teaching your kid basketball. Mm-hmm. There's 20 parents in the gym. Half are on their phones. Some are fully invested. Some are like not even, like they're in and out, like whatever. The one who's just like, hey, Alan, how you doing? Obviously, every time I see him, like, hey, man, how you doing? And then we get a relationship. If it's the parent who comes in, drops off, and they're on thing, I don't care, but I'm also not going to be like, you know what I mean? And I think it was one of those parents. Fine. Mm-hmm. She's one of the moms that I would talk to all the time. And it happened where the daughter, out of nowhere, was like, oh, like, Coach Allen and you always talk. And, like, said it in front of, he was like, oh, what?
What?
And it started the whole thing.
Holy
she told me this, and I was like, wait. She's like, oh, yeah, you're a topic of conversation at home. It's not good.
What?
Which was kind of cool.
Dude. And
but,
she's looking good.
She's phenomenal. Like, wifey material. But, literally, I'm like, you have a husband, you're happy, you're good, you happen to be telling me this info, but it's not like I'm now going to go, oh, well, I'm going to shit on him and try to get you to leave him. And then, no, it's literally just like, oh, so that's a fact.
Yeah.
And I feel like an asshole because I basically feel like, damn, this guy doesn't like me, and I like.
Yeah, and like, dude, you're balling out and like probably bringing chicks home right after you talk to her.
Like it's a 4 o'clock.
Like a real man, like a legend.
I did tell her. I told her like the age range.
Yeah.
She's like, let's call her 29, 30.
Yeah.
I was like, 21 to and she was like 21, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think it was crazy.
You should have said that.
Is that too young for me to say out loud?
I mean, we know it's the truth, but
Right.
like for her, yeah, you should
Yeah.
have said like 25 maybe.
Yeah, no, that was the move. But then I explained. I said, "Oh, listen, I just mean I'm not like gonna say no because someone's a certain age. But of course, there's a 22-year-old. There's many 22-year-olds built differently from other 22-year-olds, and those are
Yeah.
There's 25-year-olds walking around like a 17-year-old. Like,
Yeah,
they're
but
fucking
dude,
idiots.
21's like, that's you pulling up to a college campus. I mean, like, yeah, I'm here to see Rebecca.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm here for Rebecca's volleyball game.
Like so, there's a like Kendra or like a female comic like that we're friends with that like know me like whatever. We could like be like driving by like whatever like
Yeah,
Northeastern. She'd be like, "Oh, Alan, your girlfriend's like what I mean?" Just like
yeah.
it's-
You're a legend, dude. Don't hesitate. What was she? No, dude, stop. I don't advocate for that
All right,
stuff.
so my bad. So I want to finish this story. So basically, nothing happened and nothing was
Yeah,
ever going to
but
happen.
one
But now
question.
it's weird because like I now know every time I see this dude, hey, like I'm the guy you don't like, and that I know. Your wife told me you don't like me, yet I've never addressed it to you directly. So I do want to be friends with this guy, and I genuinely mean that.
You know him as a man.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's not like he's
You've
not the
seen him,
dad.
though. You've seen
I've
him.
physically seen him, and I could be like, but like if you're looking that way, I would have to be like, hey man, Alan, we've never really officially like.
Yeah.
He doesn't. You know what I mean? He doesn't. It's not like he's open to it, and I'm snubbing him. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, like if you're at the court being all weird and
Yeah.
like your head's down, and it's like, all right, that kid's like clearly
Yeah.
like going through it. No one's gonna be like, hey man, want to shoot with us? It's like that type of vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying.
It's just so funny because I'm thinking about like your actual like inner thoughts versus like what comes out externally.
Yeah.
Because if you were being your true self, like you'd have the same emotion, but you'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man? I want to fuck your wife."
No, I don't. It's not, hey, what's up, man? I want to fuck your wife. It's, hey, man, your wife's fuckable. Her and I aren't going to fuck. She's married to you,
Yeah.
and that's great.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, why do you hate me? Oh, because I talk to your fuckable wife, and you
Yeah.
know she's fuckable, and you also know that you don't talk to me, therefore you're insecure about the fact that she talks to me, and I don't talk to you, where for me,
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, I'll talk to anyone, just say hi. That's
Well, no,
all it is.
I know it wouldn't be
But
like.
that's all it is.
I know you wouldn't do it, but it would be more like, "Hey, what's up, man? I know you think I want to fuck your wife.
Right.
Why don't you like me?"
Hey man, if you weren't married to the person that's your wife and she was single, we would have fucked already.
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
That's not
That would be sick if he laughed too.
Yeah. He's also a guy that he could probably put me through a wall.
Really?
You know.
Oh, dude.
Well, you know what I mean.
that would be hilarious if you were coaching your team and you yelled
I
it
just
during a
get
timeout.
yoked up.
You got your team circled up. You just look up into the stands. Yo,
It's like it's just learning.
dude, you take the mic over by the refs table.
Hey man, listen, I've been meaning to just do the whole thing, everything we just said,
Yeah.
just to the stands.
You like start like talking about how nice your tits are and stuff.
The Valley Breeze
how
is like
beautiful.
writing stuff. They're
Yeah.
like, my coach grabbed the mic. No, but
Would she say stuff to you that like she would hide from her husband? Like would she be like, "Oh, like I can't talk about this stuff with my husband"?
I will say that she knows who he is, and she's got a really good idea of who I am.
Yeah.
Therefore, we probably talk about different things.
Okay.
Meaning, like, let's just say, and I'm not saying this is the case.
Yeah.
Let's say that person was a Fox News guy,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not. I could say like, yeah, man, like this. People thinking, we're teaching critical race theory in schools. They don't even know what it is, and I explain what critical race theory really is, like that type of thing. I could at least have the convo where she says, yeah, people are stupid, this and that. Where I don't think that's that's
Yeah.
a topic that might be shut down by that person.
Okay.
So it's not, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think she knows me as like, this is a guy who like cares about the kids. He's he doesn't drink. He's a huge like fucking, like not really fitting in with this like conservative town idea. I'm more of like I happen to live around here, but I'm fucking all
homosexual. Yeah.
yeah. So like you know what I mean? Like I'm a fucking
Yeah.
rainbow flag
homosexual,
wearing
dude.
ACAB Black Lives Matter dude.
Yeah.
So maybe she's got a little male, but also like we can talk about some things where like he might just be like, ugh, all lives matter, babe.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Really not much to say after that, right?
Yeah.
If somebody hits you with a all lives matter, it's pretty much the end. That's like a thumbs up at a conversation. That's like
you're killing yourself. Yeah.
That's like a all right, okay. So we put a stamp on that one. Did anything what I just said make sense? I feel like I was rambling, but yeah.
No, I mean I think about that all the time, just like moms and stuff. I've had some really good conversations with moms where I'm just like, dude.
I have DMs from half a dozen moms where it's like the if I just showed you, it's basically like in a nice way, and they're definitely like it's late.
Yeah.
They're definitely probably drunk.
And they always bring up their husbands too. They're like,
or they're single and divorced.
Yeah.
And they'll straight up be like, wouldn't happen to have any interest in, and they'll just like describe. Let's say they're like 5'8" and blonde, like, oh, wouldn't happen to like a 39-year-old 5'8" blonde woman, would you? But like, but it's clearly I could just be like, yes, come over.
They're mentally unwell. They aren't there. Dude,
what I'm finding out is most people at that stage, we're all going through it.
Yeah.
They're just fishing for some coffee.
Dude,
and sometimes
a mom actually kissed me at a bar in Cumberland.
Go on.
Dude, it was literally like, the day before Thanksgiving where everyone hangs out.
Oh,
and you see everyone from your town.
30 years of high school grad
classes.
Just
a nightmare, dude. So,
no. Nightmare, but also you got a kiss from a mom. So.
Dude, my friend who I used to play football with walks up to this blonde.
Give me a last name, we'll blank it.
No.
Okay.
He's very well known. Like.
Okay. Whatever.
But yeah, he was just drunk and like fucking with me. And he walked up to this blonde MILF and he like pointed towards me. He was like, hey, that kid thinks you're cute. And the MILF just walked up to me and kissed me on the lips and said, what's up, big boy? And I'm like looking around like, what the fuck? Like, dude, there's people from who I grew up with. Like, there's
like,
family.
They see that and they're like, what?
Yeah, dude.
They're like, is this something we don't know? That's so good.
And I was just like looking around and I just saw him laughing his ass off. And to this day, that's someone's mom.